much. Good evening and welcome to Evening with Pat Whalen. I'm Pat Whalen. As you may have guessed, ladies and gentlemen, it's a very special edition of the show tonight, episode 17, and we've had a really good run, and I've had a lot of good people help me put this together, but we're not gonna make this a mopey bullshit show, okay? We're not gonna be sad about this. We're gonna do what we always do, okay? We're gonna have the best evening ever. Does that sound good? Yeah! All right, good. Some of the people helped me put this together. You got Al behind the cams here. Hello, Al. Feeling good. Back up in the crow's nest, we got Cody and Rachel and Neil and Kaiser. You all met Kaiser. Give them a round of applause, please. They help keep me corralled and focused before every show. And of course, you've all met John Cohen, our doorman. Give it up for John Cohen. John, of course, a member of the Chicago Public School Chicago Teachers Union. How was school today, John? Yes, sir. He's going to call my parents one of these days, I swear to God. No, of course, we all support the Chicago Teachers Union here. I don't know about you guys, but I wore red today in support of those people, even though they held up my bus like I was 20 minutes late where I was going. But you know what? It's for the kids. It's for the kids. So welcome. Thank you for being here. And I'm now going to seamlessly transition into the monologue. What do you think? I'm going to make it. I'm not going to make a thing out of it. I'm just going to go into it and just start telling the jokes. You know, we're not going to pause the show or anything. So, that being said, State Representative Cynthia Soto's daughter, so a State Representative's daughter, Cynthia Soto's daughter, was recently arrested for kicking her mom's opponent in the head, stapling his forehead with a staple gun, hitting him in the face with a beer bottle, and then grabbing his groin during an attack leading up to the election, or as Chicago political volunteers call it, canvassing. Pope Francis, my favorite pope currently, washed the feet of Muslim immigrants this past Holy Thursday in an effort to promote compassion as part of church teachings. Afterward, the Pope commented, "We are all children of the same God, so I was really disappointed when none of them tipped." They don't pay much. They don't pay much at the church. It's surprising. He doesn't get much. Hulk Hogan, anyone familiar? Anyone know this guy? Hulk Hogan, remember him? Hulk Hogan won a settlement against Gawker.com in a privacy suit that awarded him $115 million last week. Wow, I guess he needed it, but that's good. That's good that he got $115 million because he can finally afford a new shirt. Have you seen to those? And when asked if he was pleased with this ruling and receiving all this money, he said, "Oh yeah, brother." It's a wrestling reference. Physical and verbal. A story has been circulating on the internet describing how Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones once threatened to stab Donald Trump for refusing to leave a Rolling Stones concert in Atlantic City. My hero. Residents of Atlantic City were unfazed, as to get your driver's license in Atlantic City, you have to be stabbed by at least 2 aging rock stars. Sir, I'm gonna need 2 forms of ID, and I'm gonna need to see your stab wound. Sir, you need to come back with a stab wound, sir. Sir, I don't make the rules. I'm on break. An ice-strengthened polar research vessel being built for the British Antarctic Survey was without a name last week. They built this boat. They're going to send it up to the Arctic to do some sciencey things, but they didn't have a name for it yet, so they asked the internet to name the boat for them. And true to form, the internet named it Bodie McBoatface. Honest to God. And some of the scientists were upset by the undignified name that is Bodie McBoatface, but it's pretty innocuous compared to some of the runners-up, including Pre-Submarine, Titanic 2, and Totally Sinkable, which that's not even, is that a name for a boat? I don't think so. I wouldn't say, no, it's okay, I'm confused. I don't get it. I don't write this. I don't make the rules, sir. All right. In a very misguided effort to even out the gender gap in the tech industry, Microsoft hired a bunch of women wearing very little clothing to dance and socialize with people at a developers conference in San Francisco last week. Not cool, guys. This is a real picture from that event. This is a Microsoft corporate event, and they thought that was a good idea. I would love to have been in that meeting. Never made to see that pitch. Microsoft apologized for this mistake, but saying they didn't know this wasn't acceptable behavior as they'd never been invited to a party before. Nerd alerts! Burn! Loser! How many talk shows do you have? When asked for further comment, a representative of Microsoft just crossed their legs, leaned forward, and tried to talk about sports. Nobody noticed. A flight attendant managed to escape LAX last week while being held in suspicion of drug possession. Turns out she left 69 pounds of cocaine before fleeing the airport. That's a lot of cocaine, even for a flight attendant. That's a lot. Authorities became suspicious when one of the drug-sniffing dogs started frantically pitching them this great screenplay he's been shopping around. So it's Lassie and it's Benji, right? They go on a road trip, okay, and they fall in love. And it turns out they're related, man. They're related. Disney picked it up. Speaking of animals on cocaine, it's the theme this month. Research done in Puget Sound has shown that salmon caught there have high levels of cocaine and Prozac in their bloodstreams. I don't know. The city has promised to do more to cleanse the water, but also pointed out that the salmon have been in a bad place since they broke up with Marcia. It's dangerous, man. It's dangerous. Hey, man, everybody swims downstream, man. What if we swim upstream, man? Swim upstream, man. Fuck those bears, man. We can do it. We can do it, bro. Recently, a PR company in London... What's that? More animal jokes? Okay. A PR company in London has attached backpacks to pigeons which can respond to Twitter followers with localized air pollution information in London. Yeah, so this is a way to see about air quality in London. Okay. Not to be outdone, Chicago pigeons have started writing the Yelp reviews of their favorite CTA heat lamps. Yeah, you seen that one down in Pulaski there? The guy hands out the bread. It's great. I like that one. But yeah, a lot of what basically happened was that the readings have been done about these pigeons and the air quality, and it turns out that the air quality in London was hit by a bus. That's a shame. That's not fun. Oh, no, move on. I'm sorry, birds. I'm sorry. Guys, we got a great show for you tonight. Really great show. I'm very excited for this lineup. It's all about spring this month. Spring is in the air, so we're going to be talking to Jana Kinsman from Bike-A-Bee, Amanda Vinicky, a State House reporter and bureau chief for Illinois Public Radio and Springfield's NPR affiliate for WUIS. Yes, we'll be talking about our beloved Governor Bruce Rauner. Oh, it's about forgiveness, guys. Spring, forgiveness, hope. We're about it, so we'll shoot for it. And also, musical performances, too, from Azeb, coming up very soon. Very cool, very cool. But first, we're going to play a little game.